what's up guys, Daniel here. The PlayStation 5 is finally here, and I got some thoughts about it, so let's get into it. So Sony actually invited me to pre-order, so I was one of the lucky few to be the first ones to get their hands on it, so that was really nice. Sony, if you're watching this, thank you so much. If you want to send me more things to review, you can just DM me, just send me a little thing, please. So what's new with the new PS5 that's new? Well, just about everything. It's all about speed and power.
Speed and power.
We have a super fast SSD that cuts down load times dramatically. We have the new DualSense controller and new headphones to accompany the new console. We have an 825 gigabyte storage, which is actually 667 gigabytes of actual usable storage. So that's a bit disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. We also have 16 gigs of RAM, we got ray tracing, we got an Ultra HD Blu-ray if you opt for the $500 one, high-speed USB-A and C, backwards compatibility with PlayStation 4, and a whole host of new UI and UX updates. Now, the most controversial topic of 2020, the design of the PlayStation 5. I actually really like it. It's refreshing to see something that's not just a black box as every other console has been. I dig it. A lot of people don't. They hate on it. I like it. It's like they took a building from Dubai and then shrunk it and then kept the same weight. Because this thing is almost it's 9.9 pounds. This thing's heavy. And I say a building from Dubai because it's as big as a building from Dubai. Just look at this thing, y'all. It is a monster. It is hilarious. Thanos himself couldn't palm this PlayStation. It does not even fit under my mounted TV. I had to get a side table to go next to my TV stand, and even then it barely fits. It's like I have a gaming PC on my TV stand. It's great. I love it. So how has my experience been with it? Well, speed and power.
Speed and power
is the name of the game for these new consoles. The Speedy Ssd loads up Spider-Man Miles Morales in seconds. When compared to the PS4, this thing is miles ahead in terms of processing speed and power. The speed.
Feel the speed! The speed!
Is amazing. I can boot up from rest mode and hop in straight into the game in less than 15 seconds. It's actually a new feeling I have to get used to, because before I would load up the game and then check my phone, wait for it to load. But now I don't even have time to reach for my phone and the game is up. And now I'm spoiled by this new SSD. Hydration, y'all. So important. So, new console means new UI, and it is sleek and simplified now. You have two tabs. You have one for gaming and one for your media like Netflix and YouTube. When you press the PlayStation button on the controller, you bring up what's called the control center, akin to the PS4. What's new here is the addition of cards that actually track your progress in whatever game you're playing and each section of that game. What's especially cool, and is honestly in my top 3 favorite things about next gen gaming, and is an absolute game changer, is you can actually bring up helper videos to help you when you get stuck, and you can pin them to the sides of the screen and watch the video in real time while you play your game. I love this feature. I can't live without it now. Long gone are the days of switching back and forth between YouTube on my phone and the game itself. I am now more and more spoiled. The PS5 is almost completely silent. I still have not heard the fans come on yet, which of course with the PS4 is huge meme, sounds like it's gonna blast off. And that's true for my PS4 too. It does sound like it's going to blast off whenever I use it. Now, how is the gameplay? It's a gaming console. What about the games? It's incredible. However, I am a bit conflicted. You see, in Miles Morales, you have two options for your visuals. You have fidelity mode, which is full native 4K ray tracing at 30 FPS. And then you have performance mode, which is an upscaled image to 4K from a lower resolution, not as much ray tracing, and 60 FPS. Now, my problem is I'm a spoiled boy. I want both. Why can't I have 4K ray tracing at 60 FPS? But no, you can't have both. Why not? Don't know. So left with the choice, I chose performance mode. Okay, story time real quick. So I actually got a new phone recently, and it actually has a 120 Hz refresh screen. So coming from a 60 Hz screen, it is buttery smooth, double the frame rate, essentially is what I'm saying. The smoothness is spoiling because now I'm spoiled and I can't go back to 60 Hz screen because it actually kind of hurts my eyes because I'm so used to swiping through and it's just smooth. So basically, back to Miles Morales. The difference from 60 to 120 is comparable to the difference from 30 FPS to 60 FPS. And it is very difficult for me to justify a lower FPS. The ray tracing is cool and all, you know, you get more accurate reflections off of puddles and windows and stuff like that, but I have yet to see the difference in actual resolution in either modes. And for me personally, a 30 FPS deficit does not justify some extra cool reflections that I'm not even gonna see because I'm too busy being Spider-Man and swinging around and beating up bad dudes. I will see the 60 FPS that's locked at 60 FPS for the entirety of the game. So I stick to the 60 FPS performance mode and it looks splendid. The PS5 Peripherals are fantastic pieces of hardware and you should go ahead and check that out in the link in the description below for both reviews. Why not? It's pretty cool. I like it. You could like it too. So, is there any competition to the PlayStation 5 and any other new consoles coming out? Yes, there is the Xbox Series X, but I don't have access to one, so unless someone wants to fund that for me, I can't speak for it, so I can't really give a recommendation for it. So if you don't have one yet, and if by some miracle it's actually in stock, should you buy it? Well, I mean, yeah, obviously, of course. Come on, come on, it's pretty cool. Yes, I really do think you should. It's a huge step forward. And if you're already in the PlayStation ecosystem, it'll be a delight to have. But there's something I want to talk about first. So I actually want to end on some final thoughts. I think we all need to recalibrate our expectations for next gen console gaming. And this includes for Xbox as well, both consoles. A lot of people, including myself, kind of feel like this is a PlayStation 4.5 more than a PlayStation 5. And it's easy to think that. Every generation of console from the original PlayStation has felt like a new generation. It felt like a huge leap forward. And what made it feel like such a huge leap was the visual fidelity and the actual resolution. We went from 480p to 720p to 1080p to 4K. But the problem is we're at the point of diminishing returns. We can't realistically make the leap to 8K console gaming because 8K TVs are at least $3,000. And can you even tell the difference between 4K and 8K? Maybe you can, but is that worth the $3,000 premium minimum? So we're stuck at a point where graphics are already so good that it doesn't feel like it's next gen. And we need to recalibrate what we expect and think of when we think of next gen. Purely visuals are not what makes a video game experience anymore. Sony has given us a new controller that lets you feel what your character is feeling. We have new headphones with 3D audio to let you hear accurately exactly what's going on around you. We have 4K at a beautiful 60 FPS. We have near instantaneous load times, which means more gaming and less waiting. The name of the game now is immersion, and I for one am thankful and satisfied with what Sony has given us with the PlayStation 5. So that's it for now. This is Daniel's Tech Studio. Keep it here for more tech reviews. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.